everyone, my name is Joshua, and I'll be solving 10 days of JavaScript, day 2 conditional statements if else. Let's begin. So we're solving the getGrade score function in the editor, and has a parameter of score and denoting number of points that the person earns an exam. So, and based on her score, it should be assigned a grade per the ranges provided below. So the inputs are constrained between 0 to 30. This will play an important role later. I'll explain why. Now the output will be the grade, which is the letters you see right above here. So let's just say we have an input of 11. That means the output will be D because it falls within the range of 10 to 15. Okay. Now you might be wondering, how do we create this function or set up this function? It will be with these conditional statements called if and else. Now it's pretty simple. If it fulfills a condition within one of these ranges, then it would assign it this grade. Else, it would be something else different. So I'll show you an example. Oh, by the way, there's some resources in the documentation right here. Feel free to check it out. So let's just start with something simple. If the score is greater than 25, then the grade should be A, because that follows the range assigned here from the grade. And since the constraints are from 0 to 30, I don't have to worry about setting the range if condition to less than 30. I just know that it's going to be greater than 25, and I already have this dealt with the constraints of the inputs. Next one. Else if score is greater than 20, then the grade is going to be B. Now you might be wondering, why didn't I do less than equal to 25 but greater than 20? I'll just be more specific. You might be wondering why I didn't do this. That's because I know that it's already not going to be, I don't have to, it'll be redundant. Since I already know that score is greater than 25, I can safely assume that the range that I'm searching for in this condition is that it's going to be less than 25, but we want to check if it's going to be more than 20. Now I'm going to go ahead and repeat this with the other grades, and you can see how I do it below. Alright, so if I run the tests, it should pass. Good. Now I'm going to submit this code. Awesome. Alright guys, so this is how you use if and else conditions. If means that we're checking within this condition, then it'll execute the certain code. Else if, that means that we're going to try if it doesn't fulfill the first condition, but the first two conditions, and then else if we have to check if it's going to be correct within this range provided. Else is like a default. Okay, if all the other conditions fail, you might as well result into this code. Usually, you'll always be guaranteed to have an if statement. If you use an if and else if statements, you know you can have an if. Sometimes you might have an else if, sometimes you might have an else, but you know that you always have to start with an if statement. Alright guys, hope you like my content, and if you do, I'm going to you to show me how much you like me, and I'm going to assign a score, a grade, based on how good it is from 0 to 30. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go and input your comments into a machine learning function that I have that determines, it gives a score from 0 to 30 how good your comment was, and if it's an A, I'll give you 3 golden doubloons. No, just kidding. You guys have a good day. See ya.